Hello my chickens, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a perfect, flawless base for the daytime. Oh my god, I have fluff on my nose. No. The first step to making your skin look super flawless and also feeling really soft is primer. So I'm going to take the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer by Tarte. It just comes in this little pot right here, and honestly, it makes my face feel like a baby's bum. So I'm just going to work this into my skin, and I usually focus it on the middle parts of my face. Also, make sure you moisturize your face before you apply any makeup, just because it makes the foundation and everything like go on so much easier, and it hydrates the skin. I'm just going to squirt a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water over the top. You obviously don't need to go in with two primers, but this just makes my face feel so hydrated. So I'm just going to do a few squirts. Oh. Now let's move on to the foundation. So if you guys have been watching me for a really long time, then you'd probably know that this has been one of my favorite foundations for so incredibly long. It is the Too Faced Born This Way. It is oil free and it has so many good ingredients in there to really replenish your skin and just make it look amazing. So I'm in the shade Warm Beige. This is actually a new one. I'm just going to put a few pumps on the back of my hand so we can work it into the skin. And I find it best to apply more liquidy foundations with a beauty blender and then thicker foundations with a stippling brush, something more like this one right here. But because this one's more on the liquidy side, I'm going to apply it with a beauty blender, and this one is a new one. Look at it. It's so clean. Not for long. I'm just going to put 3 pumps on the back of my hand. This foundation has amazing coverage. You can make it lighter if you want, but I like more of a full coverage anyway, so that's what I build it up to be. It is also oil-free and it has Alpine Rose in it to help brighten the skin and make it look more radiant. I'm honestly obsessed with this foundation. So they actually came out with 6 new shades, which is so incredible, but this shade that I'm wearing right now is the one that I've been using ever since it came out because it is the perfect shade for me when I have a fake tan on, but I will be using the other shades when I have a dark fake tan on. I'm so excited. It makes me so happy when brands come out with more shades, so then obviously we can cater for every single skin tone. That's how it should be though. The new 6 shades will be launching on TooFaced.com on June the 15th and in stores and online at Mecca on August the 29th. Who else is excited? Now it's time for the concealer. So I'm taking the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer in the shade Warm Ivory. So I'm taking one that has more of a peachy undertone in there, so I can really cancel out all of those purpley blue tones under there, because it is the opposite color on the color wheel. So again, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and dip the tip of this in and just put it, oh wow, I just jabbed it a bit. But I'm just going to put this really close up to the inner corners because I will use a different concealer later to brighten under here as well. See, now that I have the corrector under my eyes on this side, you can see how bad this side is. Oh my gosh, this is weird. So I got more of the Too Faced concealers as well. I'm just trying to figure out what color to use. I think I'm going to use the shade Light Medium. It's not too bright, but it's still really good for daytime. So I'm so excited to be working with Too Faced. They're one of my favorite brands in the entire world. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this right under here so we can make this color blend into one, and also down my nose as well. So just blending this in with my beauty blender again. Oh yes, honey. Yeah! Now my base is completely flawless, so now we need to go in and set everything down to make sure it's not going to budge throughout the day or crease under the eyes or anything like that. So what I always do, and it's completely up to you if you want to do this, is bake underneath my eyes. Some people don't like to bake because it makes under the eyes really stiff, and the wrinkles do show up a little bit more, but I feel like it's so worth it because the concealer won't move at all. The translucent powder that I'm using today is the Makeup Studio translucent powder in Extra Fine 1. So before you bake, you want to make sure there's literally no creases under the eye, so just quickly blend it out one last time before you apply it. Otherwise, if you set it with a crease down, the crease is going to be there all day. So just putting about this much on my beauty blender, and I'm just going to tap this into the skin. This one pretty much just melts into the skin. I feel like I don't even need to wipe it off. See you later. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm taking the Benefit Hello Flawless in the shade Champagne. This is one of my holy grail powders as well. It adds a little tiny bit of extra coverage and it sets everything down at the same time. So I'm just going to press this into the skin. I don't like to swipe it around, otherwise the foundation is going to move. So just being very gentle. And I'm only putting a little bit on as well because obviously we do have enough coverage going on. And don't forget to blend the foundation and powder down your neck as well, so it is like all one color. My eyebrows are so uneven all the time. Why does this happen to me? Now time. Now it is time for the contouring. So in the daytime, I like to keep my contouring to a minimum, which I'm sure you think sounds really weird because if you saw my last few videos, my contouring has been like so crazy. Like it needs to calm down a bit. So I'm going to take the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer or contour or whatever you want to call it. This one is very cool toned, so I'm going to keep it very, very light-handed. I'm going to tap the back of my brush off. I meant my brush, what? And then I'm just going to put this right underneath my cheekbone. Make it a little more defined. For bronzer, you can obviously use whatever you want, but I just got a new one and I really, really like it. This one's from the brand Guerlain, my bad. And it's in the shade Terracotta 03 Natural Brunette. So this is what it looks like right here. This is more on like the orange side. That's just what I like. So I'm just gonna take an angled brush and put that where I put the contour shade, but just bring it up a little bit higher. I also like to take this up along my hairline as well, but as you can see, it just adds a really nice flush of color to the face. Just makes it look so much more healthy. So I'm putting this around my jawline as well. Wait, did I say I'm going lighter on my bronzer? My bad. Okay, so now let's move on to cleaning up the bronzer, making it a little sharper. If you've mucked up and gone too far down, this is the perfect step. So what I'm going to do is take my Rimmel Stay Matte powder and I'm going to use this to bake. So if you're on a budget, this is perfect. Otherwise, you can just bake with a normal translucent powder, which is super easy as well. So just taking my beauty blender, I'm just going to pat that on my powder and then drag this underneath my contour. You can use your normal powder that you use to set the rest of your face if you want, but this is just a little bit lighter, so it adds even more definition, which is what I love. And then with my powder brush, I'm just gonna run this in little circles to brush off any excess powder. The next step is blush, and this is gonna add a really nice flush of color to the face. It makes the face look so much more healthy and radiant. So the blush that I'm taking today is from Jordana, and this one's in the shade 32 Rose Silk. These, oh my god, I feel like I just had a bit of a Bindi like goose honk happen there. So this one is like super silky and really great quality, and it is drugstore, which is amazing. I'm just trying to find a brush to use, but I washed all my brushes last night, so they're all wet, except like 10 of them. I'm working with what I've got. I think I might just use the brush that I used to apply bronzer. I'm just gonna place this on the apples of my cheeks and then blend it backwards. We have company, there's a fly in here. All right, I think the blush just took over the bronzer look. Stunning. Now for the highlighter, one of my favorite parts. So this one is from Becca and it's in the shade Pressico Pop. Michael was taking the piss out of me for saying this wrong. I don't even care, okay? But I really like these Becca highlights because they're really finely milled, so they look so nice on the skin. They don't look chalky at all, but at the same time, they're still very, very intense. So I'm going to start by taking my MAC Fix Plus. This just makes it so much more intense and just like silky on the skin, like less powdery because it is like water. I'm just going to spray this on my A23 brush by Anastasia. This is seriously the best highlighting brush in the world. Like, literally in the world. Who's ready? Oh wow, that's like way too wet. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? It's like so intense, but it's just so like silky soft looking on the skin. I'm also putting a bit on my nose as well. Make it look a little smaller and cuter. And lastly, a little bit on my forehead to add a bit more of a glow. So because this is for a daytime look, even though if it was a nighttime look, I'd probably just add like a bit more bronzer, a bit more concealer. I'm not going to do false lashes. I'm just going to curl them to make them a little extra longer, girl. Obviously, this has nothing to do with the face, but I love this mascara so much. It is the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. Popping a lot of this in my lashes, and then we're doing the lips, and then I'm done. Lastly, I'm going to do my lips. So I'm using this new XO Beauty lipstick. This is like one of the lightest shades in there. The color looks amazing. It might be a little too light for me just because I do have a bit of a tan on now. But this one is a cream formula. I really want to see how it goes. Oh my god, that's so pigmented. Okay, this is definitely gonna be too light for me. So I'm gonna use this as like an ombre, and I'm gonna get the other shade that I wanted to use. Like, did Peanut eat it? Oh my god, it was right in front of me. I've honestly like never felt a formula like this one. It's very matte. Like, it's not sticky, but it feels so smooth. It just feels like so moisturizing, but it's really matte at the same time. I don't know how that works, but let's go in with the light pink in the middle. Love a little ombre look, you guys know this. Yay, good job, Shannon. These are really pretty and they feel so comfortable on the lips. So now let's go in and set the face. I'm gonna take the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. This one is in cooling and hydrating, but if you do have like oily skin, there's like oil control ones and stuff. So I guess it really just depends on your skin type. Give it a good shake, and I'm just gonna spritz like 4 sprays on my face. Did I say 4? Not a problem. I might just put a little bit of a gloss on my lips. That's what I'm feeling like today. We officially have finished the makeup look, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave everything that I used in the description below. Oh, I'm so scared this is gonna get on my teeth. I have so much gloss on. Don't you guys forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Still haven't tanned my hands. Not a problem.